Have you noticed that your whole life you've struggled to follow through with duties and responsibilities if your heart just isn't into it? Maybe you struggle with procrastination, staring off into space, or really depending on being in the right mood to get things done. If you answered yes to those questions, it is very likely that in your birth chart you have Moon square Saturn. Now, the moon represents our emotional state and how we deal with and process the emotions we experience, and Saturn represents duties and responsibilities. In astrology, a square is a 90-degree angle, so that would mean that in your birth chart you'd see your moon, there would be this big red square or like a 90-degree angle, L, and then on the other side you'd see Saturn. So what that means is that there is an obstacle connecting your emotional state to the duties and responsibilities that you have and that you have to fulfill. If your emotions are not into it, the responsibilities don't get done. You know, it doesn't mean that you're cursed, but what it does mean is that you have to find ways to support yourself and set yourself up for success. I have that signature in my chart. It's very challenging. So the reason I mention this is because that's the vibe today. Bum, bum, bum. The moon is in Sagittarius. We just came out of a full moon in Sagittarius. It's a very exciting, very jazzy energy. And because it's Friday, a lot of us are going to be really dragging our feet and wishing it was the weekend. Obviously, it doesn't mean everybody's Friday is a Friday, but it's that kind of a vibe where we just want work to be done. And we might have a really hard time getting things done today as a result. So let's pull a card, shall we? Ooh, 9 of Cups. I love this card. This is classically known as the wish granted card. And when we pull it for ourselves, we are encouraged to make a wish and think about what would make us feel so incredibly fulfilled. Now, 9 represents wisdom and doing something alone, doing something solo, because it's associated with the hermit. We see representations of, like Jimi Hendrix's song, castles made of sand fall in the sea eventually. If our castles, if what we build our happiness on is something that can be washed away by the sands of time, then we're going to be eternally frustrated and disappointed. I mentioned in another video that the best way to be happy is to recognize that it is fleeting and to accept the fact that we're not going to be happy all the time. It's an unattainable goal. But if we find peace in the time, if we find peace in our own rhythms, if we give ourselves the space to fill our hearts, we can find happiness way more often than you would think. It's usually in the little things. So I hope you find something that makes you happy today. I hope you enjoy your day, even if you do have lots of duties and responsibilities. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Erin, I'm QueenBeeTarot. I've got full-length videos and horoscopes and all kinds of stuff on my YouTube channel and on my website, www.queenbeetarot.net. I've got classes and coaching and all kinds of services. I'll see you guys next time.